We're back here at Lower Perkiomen Valley Park here in Oaks, Pennsylvania. It's the 2022 USAFL Eastern Regional Championships. The women's division, this will be the game that determines who wins this women's division, and it really could be any of the three teams that have played today. The New York Magpies are in the black jumpers with the white trim. They're heading from left to right. They're 0-1 today. The DC Eagles are 1-0, having defeated the third team in this round robin, the Philadelphia Hawks combination. The Hawks having players from Minnesota, Columbus, Cincinnati, and Baltimore. And right now, Philadelphia is in the catbird seat because they've got a pretty large percentage boost. As this one is sent forward, it's sent that one along the ground. Picked up out the back, turns that one on its way, and Sobral went to go after it for DC, and Musser is in there for New York, so is Hargrave, and that's going to be a free kick, and it will go the way of the New York Magpies. The Pies, who lost 30-9 in the opening game to Philadelphia, that one is chipped up over the top, and it's marked. And it's Kim Hemingway who is going to be a large factor in this game for New York. Hemingway lines up. The California native sends that one on its way, and it has gone through for a goal. So Kim Hemingway, about 90 seconds in, has given the Magpies a 6-0 lead. One straight 6 New York, no score DC. The question is DC, who got a real fight from the Philadelphia team earlier. They were down at halftime 10-2 or 8-2 and ended up hanging on for a 13-10 victory. Ball back in the air, knocked forward, picked up by Green for New York, but it's stolen by Trollope, and one of the DC players claiming she got held, but it will be a free kick to Alex Trollope for the DC Eagles. Trollope, known as Trolls. Green sent in pursuit, knocked down by Danielle Gallagher for New York, and Medlin with a big swing and a miss. McLeod found Kading. Kading with an ugly kick, but it hops in on the defender for DC. Sent back the other way. Clean ball's McLeod, and it was like Christensen, I believe, number 19, gets that one sent up on the near side. Jess Taylor goes after it. And it's in play. This is Spear who sends that one off the kick by Malabanan. This is Ariel Lockett. Picked off by Trollope. Trollope is spun around by Algazin, and holding the ball is the call. Great job by the U.S. Liberty alumni in Claire Algazin. She'll go out to the left side. And it's marked by Janie Green. Green looking for a target. Sprints about 10 meters. Goes inside 50. Over the head of Hargrave. Hargrave spots it backwards. Hemingway is running on. Hemingway looking for her second. It's loose in front. Hemingway clears out to the left side and puts it behind the stick. Needed a little bit more torque, but didn't get it. 1-1-7 New York. No score DC. We mentioned the Philadelphia Hawks and all those other teams barracking for DC, because if the Eagles win, or barracking for New York, rather, because if they win, and they manage to win by a relatively close margin, then they will hang on to win this division on percentage, which if you're not terribly familiar with the sport is basically point differential. Bang! Whoa, boom! Oh, big hit in there by Kendall Jennings. And if she would have hit any harder, then, well, what a big hit by Kendall Jennings. Someone get the license number on that truck. It would have been 1-8 wearing blue and white. So what can the Eagles do with that big hit from Jennings as she comes out to the near side? Knocked down and comes right back to Taylor, who picks that one up on the second bite, finds Gallagher. Gallagher goes the other way. Spear, and it's improper disposal as Caitlin Spear got rid of the ball incorrectly. She threw it. Free kick for New York. They lead 7-0. Playing 4 10-minute quarters here, I believe, because that's what we've done for the other 2 women's games. This is Danielle Gallagher. Gallagher loads up, goes out to the far side. Bounces away and out of bounds, and a boundary throw in front of Laura Musser. Dubbo, New South Wales, Lucy McLeod nominates, as does Jennings. And that one is cleared out by Lowe. Clean bowls the player there, and that one is soccered on. Picked up. Handball up over the top. That's going to be a throw, I think. Yes. Improper disposal. And that's the second one that DC's been guilty of in the last 2 minutes. Jamie Green sends that one forward, and it's picked off by Kendall Jennings, who doesn't break stride and sends this one into the middle. Bounces in front of Gallagher, who can't control it. Ball goes to ground, and he looks like Trollope was wrapped up there, and we'll have a ball up. The New York Magpies women, runners-up in 2011, runners-up in 2015, semi-finalists in 2019, and they sat out the 2021 Nationals. That one is kicked up on the far side. A lot of names of the past, as that one is Trollope, but she kicked it right into 2 players on the mark. Pye going after Green, and now here is Pye, who sends that one back the other way. Drops in front, rolls through. Goes to pick that one up. And they'll turn and fire and send that one in. Bounces over the head of Jennings. And here comes Trollope back in the other direction. Sweep through. Here is Elena Meyer. Meyer could have ran another 20 meters and said she fires from really far out and misses. And I think Meyer probably, no, she's probably not the fastest player, but she probably could have taken a bounce and ran probably another 10 meters. But the Eagles were on the board at 7-1. Jennings, or rather, that one is oh, what a mark taken. Oh, that should be 50, and it is. Oh, it should be.
Protect the player.
I mean, that was, I mean, it was part of in the act, but that, I would have given that as 50 on Andy Hargrave, and it looks like they're conferring here, and I would. Brooke Pye is the player who is hurt, and time off has been called. They will assist her off the ground, and they'll examine her. And I think Andy Hargrave is pretty lucky to get away with not giving up the 50-meter penalty there. But the game will continue, and here is Alex Trollope. 7-1, DC trails. Then sends that one on. Now here comes New York back in the other direction. And that one is sent back the other way. Here now comes, Trollope went down awkwardly, but here is Medlin, who swings it around to Christensen, and that's going to be a throw, and that's the 4th time. That is the 4th time that they have been called for a throw in this first quarter. So Lucy McLeod will get the free kick. Chips that one up over the top. Marked by Gallagher. Gallagher's got some real estate in front of her. Touches the ball to the ground. Still has room to maneuver. Sends that one inside 50 to the top of the goal square. Sobral back to get it for DC. Hemingway is on her hammer. And there is Sargent who tried to get the ball free. And that one will skitter across. There's two players there. Musser is there. And could not get it home. It was blocked on the doorstep. She'll get a second chance. And this time she makes no mistake. Laura Musser. And she is able to clean up the mess in front and slot home the goal. And that will take New York on to 2-1-13. And DC at 1 point only. That is the end of the first quarter, at least that's been said. And yeah, that is quarter time. Very entertaining first 10 minutes. And the New York Magpies are up by 2 straight kicks as they try to pull off an incredible come from behind to win this Eastern Regional Championships. The score, it's the New York Magpies 2-1-13, DC 1 point. We'll be right back. You're watching the 2022 USAFL Eastern Regional Championships here on USAFL.com. Second quarter of this final game of the women's division of the 2022 USAFL Eastern Regional Championships from Lower Perkiomen Valley Park here in Oaks, PA. The New York Magpies lead 13-1. They are going to need a lot more points if they are going to overcome both the Eagles and the Philadelphia Hawks on the ladder for the regional championship as a part of this round robin. Brian Barish here with you. 13-1, as we said. The Magpies and the Black Jumpers are kicking from left to right. Ball got knocked down by Jennings, and long handball out by McLeod. Going after it there is Medlin. Medlin stays with the footy. 2-on-2 contest, and the ball stays in for, I believe that's Algozin, who was taken down. No, that was somebody else. In fact, 38 there for New York, and we'll have a ball up. Ball comes back into play. Sent forward by New York. Tried to soccer that one on, but couldn't. Ball goes to ground. And looks like Algozin had it this time. Yep, and she's held up, and we'll have a ball up. Just checking the player for New York. See number 38 on there. There's a number of players who did not get numbers before the game started, so we're just kind of going off of that. But it's a free kick for DC, trying to equilibrate things a bit. That kick was over Jennings and over everybody, and here is Christensen out the back. Christensen slides that one home, and the two-finger salute. DC needed that one, and they get one to the creek end. They go to 1-1-7. They trail New York 2-1-13. The Eagles, they don't even need to win, or you know, they win. They draw. They're through. They win as well because they will finish on 6 points with a win and a draw ahead of Philadelphia at 1-1. Plenty of time to go here, and plenty of opportunity for players such as Kim Hemingway to take the chance. Ball goes in the air once again and knocked down, kicked out of the middle, and picked up by Kading. Kading slams that one forward inside 50. Wolf wheels around looking for Hemingway, who's harried by Spear. She's able to shake her away. Spear brings her down, kicks that one down. The New York bench wanted a free kick. They didn't get it. Kept in play by Sargent. Sobral able to help out now. They come back the other direction, and it's marked over the top nicely by Alex Trollope. It's either going to be Trollope or Connor Lewis who's going to take the best and fairest, you would think. And there is Kendall Jennings, who has really stepped up in this game. Jennings in the middle of the ground. She has fins to the left, fins to the right. She's the only girl in town. Sends that one up to the right side and down into the pocket. It'll roll. Meyer saw it go through her. Green is in there as well, and Meyer trying to pick that one up and keep it shoved forward, and the ball is going to be, it's going to end up being a free kick to the Magpies. They come out to the near side for Green. Here they'll send that one up on the way, and it is marked in defense by Sam Wolf. We haven't called Sam Wolf's name too much today, but when she's been called upon, she has done very well. The Jenkintown, PA native. Now New York out of the back here. Up to the near side, drop by McLeod. Staying with it is Trollope. Trollope trying to move forward. Runs the 45 and sets sail for goal. It's knocked down. Loose ball in front. Here comes Taylor trying to scramble it out, and she does the Kading. Kading gets that one free. Kept in front by New York. Little stabby kick forward. There is Christensen out of the back. And that one is cleared up on the far side and dropped free. Now comes Hargrave. Hargrave with the handball. New York now trying to clear out of the back, and they do. Up the far side they go. And somebody fell down over there. DC gets it back through Jennings, who sends it back from whence it came. Over the head of Christensen, bounces forward into the corner. Over to get it is Taylor. Taylor screens off. That's Christensen there, 28 for DC. Sends it back in the other direction, and the ball will stay in play for Trollope, who has nobody within 5 meters of her. Then somebody does arrive, and the ball goes out of bounds. 13-7, New York the lead, and already images of that final, both of the finals, the one in 2018 here in Philadelphia that DC won, combined with players from Baltimore and Boston, and the one that New York won over DC in 2019. It's shaping up to be a rip snorter. There is a third element to this, and that is the Philadelphia Hawks side, who is sitting and waiting patiently and knowing that if this is a close New York victory, that it is them who will lift the trophy tonight. Ball is on the far side, play action, and ball goes out of bounds. A lot of people raising their hands. The umpire ignores it. They say it's play on, and it goes into the middle of the ground. Over to get it is Musser. Musser was taken down, and a free kick, and it's pushing the back. So free kick. Sends that one up short. Marked by Green on the far side. Sends that one into the middle of the ground. Drops in front and bounces away. Kicked up as Trollope circles round, sends that one back. Eagles trail by a straight kick. That is Ari Lockett. Meyer knocks it forward, picked up, and I think we're going to get tackling without the football, and we are. It's going to be a free kick off the play to DC. They still trail by a kick here in the second quarter. And it's Elena Meyer. Meyer in her 5th year with this would be her 4th year playing. She platooned with the Philadelphia Hawks last year and then came back to DC. Sends that one long, and that one is marked. And a great mark taken by the 24 for DC, and she'll go back to line this one up. Sends that one on the way, and it is there. It is. And we are all square. DC 2-1-13, New York 2-1-13. What a game we have. Well, this will definitely be up there with one of the better games of this season, and really of recent memory in the women's division. Think of some of the better ones that we've had at the national level. San Francisco and Denver with those legendary grand final battles. I think going all the way back to 2008 with the Atlanta Kookaburras getting defeated by Calgary in a grand final in the wet in Colorado Springs, a game that was decided by 5 points. 13-all, ball in the air once again here in the second quarter. Ball goes to ground, Gallagher is with it. And push in the back. On green, it'll be a free kick to Alex Trollope. If the Eagles win, then they win it outright. A draw, they'll also win it outright. If New York wins, it will come all down to percentage, and DC not really in a very good percentage situation. I mean, they're definitely behind Philadelphia, as that one is batted out to the near side for Emma Kading, who continues up that far corridor. Picked up by Conley, who is harassed by Hargrave, and the umpire crosses his arms like the first rabbi of Aussie rules football, L'chaim, and will have a ball up. Conley, the Detroit, Michigan native, originally found the game with the Columbus Cats and then picked it up with the, also played for Tampa Bay. And the ball has gone out of bounds, I'm not sure, as it will be a free kick, and it will go the way of Emma Kading. Kading puts that one in on a rope where it's marked by Hemingway, who comes up from her forward line position. And this is going to come after the siren. 13-all the score. Hemingway can at least get the distance. The question will be the direction. This is to send New York into the lead at the half. Hemingway's kick is on the way. It looks like it's going to be short, and that'll do it. We were, well, New York up by 2 goals at the end of the first quarter. DC got them back, and at the end of 20 minutes of play in the final game of the women's division, it's the DC Eagles 2-1-13, the New York Magpies 2-1-13. We're going to take a break and come right back. Don't miss it. It's going to be a barn burner. You're watching the 2022 USAFL Eastern Regional Championships here on USAFL.com. 20 minutes to decide who will win the women's division of the USAFL Eastern Regional Championships here at Lower Perkiomen Valley Park. And that was a big hit on, I believe, that was on Christensen. And it's going to end up being a free kick out of all of that. And the free kick comes to Ari Lockett. She comes out to the near side looking for Janie Green. 13-13, by the way, is the score. And still all to play for both these teams, and the Philadelphia Hawks waiting in the wings. So the ball comes down inside the top of the arc. Hargrave takes Sargent down, and now it comes out to the near side and soccered out of bounds by Kendall Jennings. And it will be a boundary throw-in, and perhaps Jennings a little bit fortunate that that wasn't out on the full. Ball comes spinning back in the play. Jennings saw it go down. They want to do it. They want to do it over again. The ball has to clear a certain distance and a certain height, and so we'll have another one. Ball comes spinning back in the play once again, and that one gets knocked down by Gallagher for New York. Turns and fires into the middle of the ground by Green. Over to get it there as Musser is in there. Hargrave punches that one out. She was lucky that wasn't a throw. She still had the ball in her one hand. This is Gallagher who sends that one towards the sticks. Bounces away. 1-on-1 contest. Here is Hemingway. She misses, but her team's in the lead. Oh, Kim's going to want that one back as she got a great shepherd. I didn't catch who the shepherd was, but got a great shepherd on Sobral to take her out of the play. But New York has the lead. They go to 2-2-14, New York, DC 2-1-13. Again, a reminder of the stakes. DC wins or draws, they are the Eastern Regional Champions. If they lose, then it comes down to percentage, and right now, the Philadelphia Hawks are in the catbird seat. As that one comes in, and the mark is a sliding mark taken by Kendall Jennings, who has been playing very solidly here today, it must be said. Here is Jennings sending that one long, bounces away, and picked up by Malabanan out to the near side, picked up by Gallagher. New York leading by 1, sending that one inside 50, bounces away from Hemingway. Hemingway stays with it. That could have been kicking in danger, it wasn't. It comes all the way back to Green. Green lines up from 40. That was a wounded duck of a ball, chasing after it. Picking that one up is Wolf. Wolf with a shoddy kick off the side of her boot. And that one will bound out of bounds, but a good, advantageous situation for the Magpies, as they have a boundary throw in about 10 meters around. Brian Barish here with you. Glad that you are joining us here on our YouTube channel. And remember, USAFL.com for schedules, information about a team in your area, or how you can start one of your own. And also Facebook.com/USAFL, Twitter and Instagram at USAFL1997. We're going to do another ball in. If the score holds, then the Philadelphia Hawks would win. In order for New York to take over the Hawks, as that one is sent in towards the sticks, stopped by Sobral, rebound out in front, and over to get it there is the 19 for New York, and going to pick that one up was Conley, and it's going to be a ball up as Conley did not have prior opportunity. But here are the Magpies once again, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Ball goes back up in the air, goes knocked down, turn around by Green. Got by everybody, but stopped on the last line of defense. And that one slammed into the post, and it is through for a behind. And New York doubles their lead to 2 points. They're on the 2-3-15. And DC are 2-1-13. Again, the Philadelphia Hawks with members of the Columbus Cats, Cincinnati Dockers, Baltimore Dockers, and the Minnesota Freeze and Coach Mark Fisher are over on the sideline licking their chops. Because if this holds up, they'll be the champions, but still about 17 minutes to go. That one is sent in off a rebound in front. It's loose. Wolf going after it. It comes back out to Kading. Kading stays with the football. One-on-one contest. Conley in there digging. Kading with a shot for goal. It's there. Emma Kading. And that is a big shove away for the New York Magpies. And they go on. Their second goal. Or their third goal, rather. They go to 3-3-21 to 2-1-19. Check that, it's 3-2-20. I just ran over to double check. It is 3-2-20. That one is sent by the other way. Here is Malabanan. She is dragged backwards off the football, and that's going to be a free kick, as Jess Taylor took down Malabanan.
We had one number that was off, so I thought 4 behinds? Oh, 3 behinds. New York.
I think it's 3. I think it's 3 threes. Yeah. We're double checking with us over here, and I don't have. Unfortunately, because of the situation here, I'm kind of relying on them. So the ball goes to the pocket and picked up, and Conley took down the player there without the ball, and Shireen Parsakawa. That's Shireen Parsakawa wearing number 19, the former member of the Minnesota Freeze, in point of fact. So Parsakawa will line up. She'll chip that one inside 50, and that one is punched away, cleared out to the near side. Drops in front, wriggles away from Gallagher, and then big bump in there by Kading on, we have a player down. It's DC ball, and we have a player down for DC holding her head right in front of us. And slow to get up. Time is now off. And they get her up and situated as they bring her from the ground. And it'll be a free kick. Malabanan will put the ball back in the play for DC. They trail by 9 points. Waiting for the player to leave the ground now, and they'll scramble the Jets. We got Eileen Christensen, number 28, who's right here, and then we've got Trollope over here, number 17. Waiting for the delay to clear.
Go Eagles!
And we're underway again. The Eagles trailing by 9, sending that one up high. And marked by Kendall Jennings on the 4th bite of the cherry. So Jennings looks around. Sends that one in short. Ahead of Gallagher. Queen bowls her. Goes through. And goes and picks that one up. And that's going to be out on the full as Green picked that one up. And sent that one sailing away. So here's Alex Trollope with Jess Taylor on the mark. Sends that one down in the middle. Meyer, this is their first foray on the inside 50 in this quarter for DC. That one is kicked out nicely. Comes out to the near side. Sends that one back. And we call it hot, and she goes. So here is Taylor. Taylor comes back, sends that one in. Green is all by herself and takes a basket catch. So here is Janie Green. Sends that one in. Marked by, oh, should have been paid the mark, but wasn't. And here is Sargent the other way, and it's marked by Trollope. Trollope trying to settle things down. Her team trails by 9, though we'll check that at 3/4 time. Sends that one in, and the mark off the chest of Spear. She stays with it. Spear picks that one up right into the stomach of Ari Wackett, and Green sends it back the other way. It's a helicopter ball that's marked by Jess Taylor. Taylor stands 60 meters out from her target, puts that one on to the right, decides to go into the pocket, where it's picked up by Parsakawa. Parsakawa goes on the hard around and promptly puts it out on the full. Or no, it does stay in. I thought that was out on the full. Hemingway rescued it, and she kicks from an acute angle, but just across the face. 3-4-22, and that is 3/4 time. We'll double check the score, but we have it as 3-4-22 for New York. And for DC, they are 2-1-13. We'll double check the scores when we come back. You're watching the 2022 USAFL Eastern Regional Championship here on USAFL.com. And here we go, 10 minutes to decide who will be the women's champion of the Eastern region here in 2022. As we have confirmed the scores at 22-13. The Magpies, the leaders by 9 points. But if this result holds, it'll be the Philadelphia Hawks who win on percentage. That one is sent in, and the mark is taken by Ari Wackett for the Magpies. DC kicking with the agency of maybe a 1-goal breeze. and it's kicking towards that creek end to our left, which has been the scoring end. This is Medlin, who sends that one forward, drops in front of Hargrave, and that one will come out in front. Now here is Trollope. Trollope kicks that one onto the right, looking for the player out the back, and now here is Taylor, who comes out to the near side. Bounces into the middle, and here comes Green, and she just gets it away looking for Musser. Big hit! Oh, big hit. Oh my goodness. And Laura Musser, I'll tell you what, they were both going after the ball. I think Spear may have caught Musser a little high, but they were both going after the football, so there was nothing really dirty in that. Just an unfortunate angle, and Musser gets up and wants to keep playing. Courageous mark there, or at least effort, and gets the free kick for high contact. She's told to play on now and does. Kicks that one up high. One-on-one contest, juggled and marked by Cam Hemingway. Hemingway is going to go back as if she could kick this far, and I think this might be just beyond her range. I'm going to say this is about 60 meters out. She sends that one on the way, and in fact it does die in the square through the hands of Wolf. Wolf fighting after the ball, and it's snatched up by Natalie Wolf, the Cleveland native, turns and fires, sends that one in towards the sticks, and off the feet of Musser, who turns and fires, and that one goes across the face and through for a minor score, and so the lead is back to an even 10 points. New York goes to 3-5-23, I had to think about that, 3-5-23 over DC, who are 2-1-10, and still Philadelphia is at the top of the ladder. Out to the near side, here comes Trollope. Trollope sends that one in low. Here is big tackle in there, and out to the near side now, and here comes Trollope. Here they are out the back now, sending that one forward. Looked like she got tackled after the ball, but here comes Hemingway, able to get away from Sargent, sends that one in, and through the hands of Jennings. Sargent tips that one up over the top. Kadig kicks that one forward. One-on-one contest. Conley going after with Musser. Spears that one through, as is her name. Now she works the ball back. Here is Wolf. Wolf goes down. Wolf shovels that one back. Sends that one towards the sticks. Marked on defense. Ball now in the forward line as we resume play here. And up on the far side now, New York trying to hang on to the victory and at least gain the split on the weekend. The championship, from their perspective, may have floated away. Ball goes out of bounds. It's a boundary throw-in. Now Bannon is hurt on the far side, and the injuries keep piling up. New York, by the way, they began, as this game started, at 5 p.m. local time. They played at 11 a.m. earlier, so they've had a long break in between matches. And DC playing just a couple of hours ago as the ball gets sent back up high. Sent back the other way. And the umpire crosses his arms and we'll have a ball up. The lead is 10 points. 23-13, New York the lead. But again, they need a lot more points than they needed in a hurry. DC, all they need to do is make up that 10-point deficit and they win it outright. Sending that one long, looking for Musser, yes. Takes the mark ahead of Claire Conley. Musser sends that one inside 50. Mark taken by Hemingway, who shoves off of Sargent and gives her a little extra elbow just because. Hemingway will go back and want to spend as much time as she can, although, again, if they want to have any chance at taking home the weekend title, they're gonna need more points and they're gonna need them in a hurry. Hemingway sends that one up on the way. Looked good off the boot and just dropped to the right through for a behind. That's their 6th behind of the game. They go to 3-6-24. The lead is 11 points. DC 2-1-13. That one is sent up on the far side now. And over to get it. Big collision in there, and out of that one comes Alex Trollope. Only 11 points separate the side, marked by Sorensen, I believe. Sends that one up on the far side, looking for Jennings. Ball goes out of bounds. Ball comes spinning back in the play, knocked down. Here is Taylor. Taylor sends that one long, almost marked by Hemingway. She came through like a house on fire, gets away from 3 defenders, winds up taken down by Claire Conley, and holding the ball. Oh, what a rundown. Kim not happy. She said that she got the ball away, but the umpire said that it's a free kick. Or no, they're going to call it ball up. I don't know what happened. I don't understand what happened at all, but in any event, it'll be a ball up. Sargent loses the hit out. There is Taylor who sends that one on. And now Sabral against Wolf. Wolf tries to get that one away, and the ball goes out of bounds. It was deflected. But New York wants this right where it is, but they're going to need to start pumping points home soon. And we'll do it all again. Ball comes spinning back in the play. Sargent. She's taken down. Ball squirts all the way back out. Gallagher with Parsacala. And the umpire has found a free kick, and it will go the way of DC. They've got to hurry. They need 2 goals and not a lot of time to do it here in this 4th quarter. Ball is sent in, and it will go around, and there is Lockett, and it'll be a free kick to DC. She'll go back. She's 2 kicks from goal here, I would think. They're telling her to go back a little bit further. Sends that one in and marked. So the Magpies come out to the near side, over the top. Al goes in, or rather that's Gallagher who has plenty of time. Out to the middle of the ground. Sargent, harried by Hemingway, gives it off to Trollope. Trollope chips that one up over the top, off the hands. And now back the other way comes Kading. Kading sends that one on. Drops in front. Spear being held off the ball. And that is the game. And the New York Magpies have won the game. They have done so by 11 points by the final score of 24-13. But based on percentage, it is the Philadelphia Hawks with a 1-1 record and a 193 percentage that wins the 2022 USAFL Eastern Regional Championships. Great effort put in by all 3 teams, especially these 2 teams in this last game. New York wins by 11, but the Hawks, the Minnesota Freeze, the Cincinnati Dockers, the Baltimore Dockers, and the Columbus Cats have the best record and the best percentage. And as the Magpies finish under 100%, DC's percentage, which I think was 128 coming into the game, will take a dive. And so that is that. Philadelphia and company wins New York wins the final game of the day. That'll do it for us here. We thank you for joining us as always. To check out all the happenings in the USAFL, or find a team near you, or find out how to create a new team. Go to USAFL.com. Find us on Facebook at Facebook.com/USAFL, and on Twitter and Instagram at USAFL1997. For everyone here and for you at home, this is Brian Barrish saying so long for now.